Welcome student to our BAc first year compulsory English class. So in this video we will discuss about our very interesting prose The Happy Prince by Oscar Wilde. But before that, please see this slide. In this slide the picture of our text is given here and the name of our text is Language Through Context, an anthology of prose and poetry. So student, if possible, please go today and purchase this text for our compulsory English. So I am repeating again, Language Through Context, an anthology of prose and poetry. The Board of Studies in English, Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar, Marathwada University, Aurangabad. So the name of our book is display on the front page of our text. Now see on the upper side, please see one swan, black swan is appear, and the name of that swan is Orient Black Swan. So this is the symbol you will find on our text. So please student, this is kind request to you, please go today and purchase this text. So student, in this slide you will find the image of our hero in our very interesting story, The Happy Prince by Oscar Wilde. See the image of our happy prince. It is in golden in color. And another main important character you will find in this prose is Swallow Bird. So again here, see Oscar Fingal O. Flaherty Wills Wilde. He was born on 16 October 1854 and died on 30 November 1900. And I already told you in the previous video that he was an Irish poet and playwright. So please carefully see the image of our statue, the image of our main protagonist or hero of this of our present prose, The Happy Prince by Oscar Wilde and The Swallow Bird. The whole story is move around the statue and swallow bird, and that is why I deliberately show you the image of our main character, the main statue, the statue of Happy Prince, and another main important character, Swallow Bird. So now students, see this is the first page I have taken from your text. So this is the first prose, fictional work by the Oscar Wilde, The Happy Prince. Now see here, Oscar Wilde 1854-90 was born in Dublin and he was a great success academically and graduated with a double first in the classics. So here we come to know that Oscar Wilde was born during the period of 1854 and 90 and the name of the place is given here, Dublin. And he was a academically and graduated with a double first in the classes. Academically here means related with education and scholarship. While at Oxford, he was influenced by several ideas which were to shape his entire life. And when he was educated, when he was taking education at Oxford University, that time he learned very important concept, very important terms like see in the next line. Chief among these was the concept of asceticism propagated by the Walter Pater, and asceticism here means self-discipline, avoiding all forms of indulgence, typically for religious reasons. So this was the main important concept. He was a very much influence, and this concept was actually propagated by Walter Pater. Walter Pater upheld the doctrine of art for art's sake under his influence, and Pater upheld the doctrine of beauty for beauty's sake. So here we come to know that another important concept or doctrine that he was propagated by Walter Pater was art for art's sake and beauty for beauty's sake, means कला कलेसाठी आणि सौंदर्य सौंदर्यासाठी. आणि हे दोन महत्त्वाचे जे टर्म्स आहेत त्याच्यापासून आपले जे ऑस्कर वाइल्ड आहे फार प्रेरित झाले होते. So he was equally attracted by the ideas of John Ruskin on the relationship of art and life, and he was a next thing again you have to understand that he was attracted by the ideas of John Ruskin on the relationship of art and life. In his public life, he was the apostle of asceticism, and his habitual dress was velvet coat. So this is also the thing you have to remember. You have to understand here first the term the apostle, and apostle here means someone who strongly supports a particular belief or political movement. And he was a serious, and next thing, despite the extravagance of his costume, he was a serious and hardworking perfectionist in his work. In 1888, he published The Happy Prince and Other Tales, and which is a collection of a fairy tale and prose poem delighting child and adult alike. So not only he wrote for the adult one, but also he wrote for the children. Most of his work he wrote for the children is in the form of fictional work. So the present, आणि हे जे प्रेझेंट प्रोज आहे ऍक्च्युली तुमच्या या महत्वाच्या व्हॉल्यूम मधनं घेण्यात आलं आहे आणि ते महत्वाचं व्हॉल्यूम आहे द हॅपी प्रिन्स अँड अदर टेल्स आणि जे 1888 मध्ये लिहिण्यात आलेलं आहे. So in this way this our present abstract is actually taken from the volume from the work The Happy Prince and Other Tales, and which is a collection of fairy tales and prose poems. So student, these are the two paragraphs I have taken from your text The Happy Prince. In the previous slide you find the introduction of our Oscar Wilde and also the little bit information about our prose The Happy Prince. Now in this you will find the two very important paragraphs. So let's start. So The Happy Prince by Oscar Wilde. This is the page number 1. High above the city on a tall column stood the statue of the Happy Prince, and he was gilded all over with the thin leaves of fine gold. For eyes he had two bright sapphires, and a large red ruby glowed on his sword hilt. So in this you will find our prose begins by showing the very beautiful picture of a statue, and the name of that statue is a Happy Prince. So I already told you that the Happy Prince is an allegory for the superficiality of the Victorian England, and the language in which the fairy tale was written is simple, even though every single word is wisely picked. Oscar Wilde is the one leading the storytelling and introducing the readers into the plot, and the whole fairy tale is filled with the hidden message, and because of that the Happy Prince is in the form of prose, and that gives us a lot of entertainment, or we can say we have to read it with a lot of attention. So our story begins with a very beautiful, very imaginary picture of a statue, and the name of that statue is a Happy Prince, and it is high above the city. And he was gilded here already given. See side by side the hard words of this paragraph is given here. Gilded here means move with a smooth, quiet, continuous motion. So whole our statue is covered with a fine gold, and he also having the eyes. For eyes he had two bright sapphires, and two bright here means very precious stones, and that stick on his eyes, and a large red ruby glow on his sword hilt. So sword is also having a hilt sapphire here means precious stone, typically blue. The sword is also the eyes are having precious stone, and that sapphire is in typically blue color, and a large red rupees glowed on his sword hilt, and also not only his whole body is covered with a fine leaves of a gold, but his eyes also having a stick made up of a very precious blue color stone, and his sword having the red ruby. So see the next paragraph. He was very much admired indeed. He is as beautiful as a weather cloak, remarked one of the town councillors, and who wished to gain a reputation for having artistic tastes, only not quite so useful, he added, fearing lest people should think him unpractical, which he really was not. So in this paragraph also we come to know that he was a very much admired. Everybody likes the statue of a Happy Prince, and after seeing the statue of the Happy Prince, everybody started looking in a very interesting manner. And the next thing also you have to understand that he is having a very beautiful weathercock. At this remark, weathercock here means see the hard word weathercock Weathercock here means it is an instrument used for showing the direction of the wind. And weathercock, this remark is actually made by the town councillor, who is also always observing the statue, and he want to show the other people that he is having an artistic taste. And he think that other people are not going to understand his artistic taste, or they will think in a unpractical way, but he want to show his greatness about having the artistic taste, and he want to show the people that he whatever he is going to think, he think in a very practical way. So student, in see in this paragraph, The Happy Prince by Oscar Wilde. So this is also, you will find this paragraphs in page number 1. So he looks just like an angel, said the charity children as they came out of cathedral in their bright scarlet cloaks and their clean white pinafores. So again, see the hard words here again. So Oscar Wilde very beautifully shifted readers into the next imagination, and here we find that some charity children are there and they are observing statue. They are all the passerby, the town councillors, charity children. They everyone they started they move around the statue, and they are actually the passerby. And here also the charity children gives their remark, and this is that he looks just like an angel. He looks just like an angel here means the statue looks just like an angel. And they came out of the cathedral in their bright scarlet. Cathedral here means church, and scarlet, see the hard words, colored with cloth. How do you know? Said the mathematical master. You have never seen one. And after hearing the answer, after hearing the remarks of charity children, immediately the mathematical master immediately gives his reaction, and he asks the question to charity children, how do you know? Now see in the next paragraph. Ah, but we have in our dreams, answered the children. And the children are also very smart, and they give very smart answer to their mathematical master, and immediately says that yes, we always see a statue in our dreams. Mathematical master frowned and looked very severe, for he did not approve of the children dreaming. Now see here, frown here means the facial expression in which the eyebrows indicates disapproval, displeasure, or concentration. Actually, after hearing the immediate answer from the children, the mathematical master is very much hurt. We can say very much surprised or hurt, or he is actually show his disapproval, his negative reaction by his with the help of facial expression. Actually, he is not agree with the remarks of cathedral or the charity children. But here we find that the charity children, they are very smart, and they are actually the fan of, or the fan, or they like this statue, and that is why they give a very beautiful remark that he looks just like an angel. And this remark is actually disapproved by the mathematical master. So student, this is in the next video we again continue our remaining paragraphs. So thank you.